Hello, no, hello, sorry. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Latin Voice. So today we have a special guest. She's from originally from Canada, so she's from Port Moody, Canada. She will be joining us afterward, and her story is very inspiring. So that's why we want to share it with you today. So let's start with introducing ourselves. So, hi, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama. I work in the movie industry. I'm a digital business owner, and I'm also live here in Surrey, BC, British Columbia.
Hello everyone. My name is Jessie. I'm a nurse by professional. I live in Ontario, Canada, but I'm from Cuba. And I also own a business, so I form part of this amazing online business.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel Vargas. I'm originally from Mexico. I live here in United States. I'm married. I work for the school system as a teacher assistant, and I also have my digital business.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Jessie. Okay, so let's bring our guest to the studio. Hi, Deborah. Thank you for
Hi,
joining us
everyone.
today.
Thank you for having me.
So, would you like to introduce yourself to our audience?
Sure. My name is Deborah. I've been in the business for a few years now. My background is that I'm a corporate paralegal. I do live in Canada, currently living in British Columbia, Vancouver, British Columbia. And it's just so nice to be here with all of you. And I really hope that I can answer all your questions.
Thank you, Deborah. Okay, so let's start with the first question. Okay, so starting, who was the skeptical person in the relationship when you both first considered the business, and what convinced both of you to agree and proceed with it?
That's so funny. So my husband was the biggest skeptical person ever. He reviewed the company for almost 2 years before he decided. He went, "Oh my gosh, Deborah, this is a winner. We gotta do this," you know. But I kept on telling him, and you know when you have that feeling when God gave you something and this is where you're supposed to be going, right? He saw my passion and my vision, and he just said, "All right, Deborah, I trust you. Let's just go for it." And once we started into the business, he just could not believe that it took him almost 2 years to make that decision. You know, this our sorry, this company had really given him a lot of joy. Um, he was an outdoors person, therefore he always loved camping, and so we were able to purchase a brand new RV trailer, and we were camping all the time. So, if we would have done it previously, we would have been doing this like for 4 or 5 years now.
Yes. So the second question, again regarding the skeptical. So, what advice would you offer to someone who is skeptical but want to join the business based on your own experience and successes?
Well, my husband would say, just do it. Listen to your wives, he would say to everyone. Listen to her. She knows what she's speaking about, you know? Um, husbands that are out there, and if you want your wives raising your children, then she needs to proceed with this. Or vice versa, wives, if you want your husbands to be at home raising your children, you need to do this business. I mean, like I've seen people who have little ones, and they've actually been able to quit their job and stay home and raise their own children. I mean, come on, and now some of them are even homeschooling as well, right? Like this is the beauty of this business is the fact is that if you don't try it, how are you going to know? If you're always going to be on the fence, how will you know? Like I always say, if it's not this business, then what other businesses are out there? There's no business like this business, to be honest.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
Deborah, same thing. Sorry, Sandy. My husband was the skeptic. Like I wasn't sure about the business because when you don't have an idea what's
Yeah,
everything about, you're like,
yeah,
what. But my husband was the most skeptical. He was like, oh my gosh, online business is not like the way to go.
it is
Like
the
he
way to go.
believed. Yeah, he believed because he believed I don't always say like my parents and my like the only job available is the 9 to 5. The job that
Yeah,
you wake up in the morning, you go and have like you work for someone else. So
that's right.
that's the only thing that he believes. So he was a little bit skeptical, and he was. But when I started showing him, like I was like, look at these testimonies. Look
Yeah,
at like let's go and I was like, okay, let's go make a list of all these people, and they found them online.
exactly, exactly, exactly,
So we did that, and then when I have like a couple of people, he was like, okay, it's up to you, looks like it's somewhat real. So it's up
exactly,
to
right?
you. So I took that leap of faith. I'm still here 3 years in, so you know.
Yay! And you have small children?
And no kids so far, but maybe in the future.
But the thing is that what's really great about this is that the two of you now have your time freedom, right? And time freedom is so important, right? You don't have to worry about your 9 to 5 jobs or anything like that. For me, it was the commute back and forth, right? And sometimes you're stuck in traffic anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And that's twice, that's 3 hours in traffic, right? And then by the time you come home and everything like that, you're just like so exhausted, and you want to make supper, but you're too tired to make supper, and wow, time freedom. This is the best present you could give yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, I totally agree. Well, I'm from Vancouver too, so
Yeah.
like I live in Surrey.
And I
So
live
to
in
get
Port
to
Moody,
yeah,
right?
so to get to like Vancouver or Burnaby, or Coquitlam, I need to cross the bridge, and
I know.
that's a huge problem. Like every time there is an accident, that's like 1 hour, waiting
The
there.
Port Man, yeah, for sure.
Yes.
I've seen it.
And also, the Alex Fraser. That's another
Oh
one.
gosh, yes.
Patula Bridge is better, but yeah, Alex
Yeah,
Fraser is really bad.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
No, I
so
get it. I
yeah.
get it. And you know what? Like you said, we only have anybody who knows it. Well, not many people would know the geography of Vancouver area, but here in the lower mainland, we have to depend on all the bridges to be good in order for us to get to work and to come home from work. Right? If they're
Yeah.
running smoothly, you're okay. But as Sandy said, oh my gosh, there's an accident, you're stuck 2, 3, 4 hours. And you better
Yeah.
be fueled up with gas as well.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember like I think it was like a year ago, 2 years ago, probably when we had that winter storm, like was like,
Oh my gosh.
my God,
Yeah.
like I got home, like I started my day like early in the morning,
Yeah.
and I think I got home like around 4 o'clock in the morning the next day. That's how bad it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. And here in the lower mainland, you know, 2 centimeters of snow and we're all closed
Yes.
down. You
Yeah.
know? Whereas I'm originally from Ontario, there are days we could get 30, 35 centimeters of snow and we're still going to work, right? But here in the
Yes.
lower mainland, and it's because of all our hills and stuff like that, but also because we're so close to the ocean that, all the roads get slippery. They're just like ice,
Mhm.
right? Anyway, sorry
Yeah.
about that.
Okay, so let's go with the second question.
Hey, Deborah, what
Hey.
advice what advice would you offer to someone who is
Oh,
skeptical but
sorry.
wants
That's my question. Sorry, wrong question. There you go.
Okay, can you elaborate on the significance of having a backup plan for life and finances based on your own experiences?
Yes. Sorry, this one is
Yes.
So I recently lost my husband. My husband passed suddenly. And sorry. And all I could say is that I am so thankful that we had this business as a plan B, right? Because this plan B became my plan A. You know, I was sorry. I was able to grieve on my own time. I had over 3 months that I had to take for myself, and I wasn't able really to do anything. But the beauty of it was, while I was grieving, my business was still working in the background. I didn't have to worry about my pays, about, paying for stuff, because the business was there for me. And I don't know any other business that would allow you to take 3 to 4 months off of not doing anything but taking care of yourself during this difficult time. A girlfriend of mine, unfortunately, she lost her husband around 6 weeks ago. And her company only gave her 3 days to grieve. 3 days. When your significant other, when he passes suddenly, the first thing that goes through you is you're in shock. You're in denial. You can't focus on anything, right? Mm-hmm. So can you imagine, within 3 days, she had to go back to work? And she was at work and she's bawling, and she hasn't even buried her husband yet or anything like that, right? And she was crying, and they basically gave her a decision. You come back to work or you quit. And she just went, I'm sorry, but I have to quit. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Wow.
So can you imagine if she would have had this plan B, who became her plan A, right? She wouldn't have to be worried about this. Mm-hmm. And I was able, to take the time off that I needed. And this comes back to the time freedom that we discussed earlier. Mm-hmm. Because I needed to be with my family. I needed my family around, right? And who could go to work during this time?
Thinking like
right? That. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's like, if somebody's saying that online business is not the way to the future, I disagree with you, because this is the only way you are going to be able to have your time freedom, and especially when it matters the most. And to me, unfortunately, it mattered the most that I was able to be there for myself. And because of that, I became healthier and stronger because of that as well, right? That I knew that as a woman, that I had this business that was in the background, and I didn't have to depend on anybody else financially. Because, and that's what I love about this business, is the fact is that you need to plan for your future. And honestly, I don't care what age you are, because what's the beauty of this business as well is that you're able to leave this business to your children, to your family, or to whomever, right? Mm-hmm. And this is what I love. So if you're skeptic people, take a look at my story, because I'm so grateful and thankful for this business and for the community that we have. Oh my goodness. Like, you ladies, this is why you invited me, because you knew about my story and that, right? And yes. That's just like the community. Community was there for us, and now we're leaders, and we know who we're speaking about. They were there for me as well. How amazing is that, right? Mm-hmm. So anyhow.
Yes. I mean,
keep this your plan A, because you don't want it to become your plan B, or vice versa. You better have your plan B, because you don't want it to become your plan A. It doesn't matter. You need to have something in your pocket. And as we know, with the economy and everything that is like so unbelievable, I mean, like, I know people also who are making the decision, you know, is it okay if I don't pay my rent right now because I have to feed my children, right? And but I need to go to work because I have to feed my children, so I need to put gas in my vehicle, right? So it's just stuff like that. Just it's just unbelievable that this has been upon us, and this plan B will help you. Even if you do it part-time, you don't have to quit your job, just do it part-time, right? That's
Yeah.
what this is all about. Test, test, test. Put your little toes into the puddle, and this puddle will now become your ocean and your oyster. Because people, this is online business is the future. It is here now, and it's just going to be better. And you want to get into this now.
You
Yeah.
know what, Deborah, thank you so much for sharing with us, and with our public, the people, our viewers, your history and your pain. Like when you have it, I always say to the when the people contact me and they say, well, what do you think that I should get this business? Like, um, because you cannot put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Like you're giving your time, your effort to your 9 to 5 job, but then when you need your time for yourself, I always say that was one of my wives. The reasons that I took this business, yes, I'm a nurse. I do make a good amount of money, but I don't have time for myself. I don't have time for my family because our life are evolving so much that we need everything is more expensive. So that means you need to work more. So you are far away from home. You barely spending the time with a loved one that's what you're working for.
Yeah.
And you cannot take time off. It's so hard to take time off. And if you take time off, you have to have 2 or 3 jobs, or it's just an endless cycle,
Yes. And you
and
get burnt
just
out.
It's just a possibility that with this business, I do this business as a part time. If we're talking about comparing business, I do as a part time, but I'm dedicated and I put all my effort in it because I know that this part time will supplement my completely full time job and even more. It give me time. It give me um financial freedom and time freedom. Those are
Yeah.
the two more things. I'm
Yeah.
looking more for time freedom,
Yeah.
so I'm really thank you for sharing your history, and it make me to go for it. Like it has changed a little bit of perspective, because
Yeah.
it's true when you need time off for that amount of time because you need time for yourself, like you will not get it,
No.
like that's reality, and it's so hard. And I don't know what I will do if I was on your case, because at that point you have to say, well, I give up, and it's really hard. And
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you so much for sharing with us and with our public and our audience.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you.
You wanted to say something, Isabel?
Yes. Um, First of all, there, I want to say I'm sorry about your loss, and thank you for
Thank you.
sharing your story. When you mentioned about your friend that she only got 3 days, that's not enough time for anything. Even when you lose a pet, you need more than 3 days.
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
So, but this is what happens when you work for somebody else, because
Yeah.
when you work for somebody else, they give you your job, the thing that you got to do, and they act like when you don't go, when you miss a day, they act like you're somebody who's indispensable. But when they don't need you anymore, when they have something or someone else in plan, they replace you like nothing. So you don't mean
Just like
anything to
that.
them.
Yeah.
Yes, you don't really mean anything to them, personally. Like they don't care about your feelings or your struggles or what you go through. All they care is having somebody there to do the job, for them, and that could be you or somebody else.
It's
So
true.
having a plan B is very important, especially if you have a family, if you have children that you got to care for, you got to feed them, that they need a home to stay in. And so, yes, sometimes when we're younger, we don't think about those things. We don't think about needing a plan B. But when you start having a family, you got to put them first and you got to think ahead. What am I going to do for them? How am I going to take care of my family? What if something happens, and they need a supplement or another form of income for them to be able to survive if something was to happen to us. So yes, it's hard, but you definitely need time. And this is what I love about the business, that, like you said, you run it, you decide when you want to run it. And when you need time, when something's happening personally, you can take the time off and your business still running in the background and nothing's going to happen because, it's your own business. Nobody's going to fire you if you're not working.
That's for sure, right? And
Yes.
the thing is, also, Isabel, our parent, like for myself, like my mom is aging as well, right? So I want to be there for her when she needs me, right? So this is the other thing about having your own business is that really it's about you having your time freedom, but you're given this freedom also to your family, to your mom. Like I know some people who are in the business that have purchases homes and everything for their parents, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I love about our community that we have. Like we have like 206,000,
Yeah.
I believe we're at now, right? Members. Can you imagine how many mom and dads and children have been helped because of this business?
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
It, it,
many.
it's
Yes.
it's a it's a it's a big 180,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's what I love. That's what I love about this business, right? Like I said, like I was able to take off 3 months. Well, I actually could take off anytime I wanted to, but I did nothing at all with my business for 3 months. But yet I was still able to help my family during that time, and they were able to help me out, right? Like I can't, like my girlfriend, as you said, Isabel, she only had 3 days, and she was there for years. Like we're not talking about a couple of months. She was there for
Mhm.
years. And like you said, we're just basically a number. It's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you're still here. Yeah. And so she had to quit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
So sorry, didn't mean to get into all that. But,
No, no.
but it's the, if we're going to be honest, this is life. And this is the way life, and especially when you're a woman, um, and gentlemen, I'm not excluding you, but as a woman, it just feels that there is more on you because your employer doesn't like when you have to call in sick because your child is sick,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
right? So they say, you know what, take a vacation day because I'm not giving you a sick day, right? So
Yeah.
who wants to take all their vacation days? So if you only get 2 weeks a year and your child ends up, with an illness that takes them out for 3, 4 days, you already have like 6 days left out of the year
No
for
vacation.
holidays, right? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that's a difference, um, with men and women is that it just seems that the women at work gets it more difficult because I've seen it in the past on how young moms are treated, and it just hurts me, right? Because as a man, they got to remember it was their mom who brought them in, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, so I just wanted to share your story because like your story is very inspiring. Like you joined the business for other reason and end up, this business ended up helping you in another way, which you were not prepared for that, and besides that, um, through your grieving, you also have the community that was supporting you during that time. So this is
Yes, they
something that
were.
we don't see in other businesses, like that support that we have in this community.
That's so true.
We have some comments here. So we
Sure.
have from Mildred, Millie, Kintia. Hello, ladies. Hi, Mildred.
Hello.
Miriam Garcia Romo. Hi, ladies, watching from Chicago, Illinois. Hi, Miriam.
Miriam.
Mildred Milia Quinte says, "Great to catch you here." She say hi, Sandy Caballero. Jessie say hello. Hi, Jessie Vera. And Mildred she say, "I'm sorry to hear this, Deborah."
Thank you, Mildred. Thank you.
And she say, "I'm so grateful. I'm in this business too. The only vehicle that we can have time and financial freedom."
It's true.
I love listening to your stories. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Okay, so let's go with the third questions.
Okay. So, what can you tell us some key lesson you learned from our online business journey that you can share with with our viewers and other business owners?
Okay, well, um, sorry. As I said, becoming a widow suddenly, I've learned a lot about this business and our community, and I know we've already gone through that, but you know, we have the best online training in the world. We have training on different types of platform, not just Facebook, but we have Facebook, we have YouTube, we have Google. And there is so much that's happening in our business, so much excitement
Yeah.
that last night, our leaders, we have weekly masterminds. And last night, our leaders, they announced some exciting things that are happening
Yes.
with our business within the next few months, right? And these people, our leaders and our community and our online training, they are only here to help you out, not themselves, right? They are here for you. We have, you know, not only the platforms, but we have other ways that we communicate within our community, right? And you just ask a question, there'll be somebody that's going to answer your question like immediately, right? And honestly, there are some people who ask a question. It could take them 3-4 days before they get an answer back, right? But not our business, and if there's any updates within any of the platforms such as Facebook or that, we have one of our leaders, I'll just say her first name, Linda is amazing. She is probably one of the best people that we have. And you're not going to find another business that provides you with up to the date, the platforms of Facebook and that, because they're always changing. They're always changing. Like, look, a Facebook used to be Facebook, and now Facebook is Meta, right? Look, a Twitter used to be Twitter, and now it's X, right? So, we don't have anything for TikTok, but TikTok, that's something that's really easy. I mean, you could use your business anywhere in this world because of everything that we provide for you. And that's the other thing. As long as you have one of these, right,
You're set.
you can have your business anywhere. I recall Axel and I, we were panelists last year, and we were camping. We were in Portland, Oregon, just outside of we were actually in Newport because we were on the coast, and we were still able to be in touch with our business. We still were panelists, right? And it's amazing because that's all we needed was this little phone to be there, because this is all what you need, right? This is all what you need. As long as you have, internet, and you don't need anything else. I don't know what else I could tell you except to trust the system. You need to trust the system because this works. It really works. And these people, they're here for you, not for themselves. And this is one of the reasons why I came on as a guest, is to tell you guys, you know what? Through all the adversities that I've gone through, I am so happy to be amongst these ladies today because they are
Thank
supporting me. And I just want to say thank you, ladies.
you. Thank you to
Oh,
you
thank
too.
you.
I think when we talk about election, we're saying that you don't need to be an expert
Oh my God,
to
no.
run this business. You
No.
know nothing. I didn't have a background about business.
Nope.
I didn't know nothing. And it's just how easy when you follow the our training.
Yes.
And you start meeting when you start knowing about all these platforms
Yeah.
they can help you to build your business and make it strong, because when we're looking at business, we want to have strong legs,
Yeah.
and that's what you're looking for. You want to make sure you have all the information, you're not cut off, and you're getting the support since anyone. So we tell our viewers, they, as soon as they start the business, they have a mentor, they have a coach, plus they have the whole community.
Correct.
So and you can run this business anywhere from your phone, doesn't matter, the internet, and yourself, and the willingness to learn and keep going for your goals. So that's one thing I learned about this business. I was a little bit scared. Oh my gosh, I had never done this before. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when I do the step by step, I was like, oh, I didn't know that. But look, I'm an expert.
Exactly.
You just,
Exactly.
you learn.
Yeah. And there's always somebody there to, all you have to do is just go on one of the channels and say, hey, how do I do this? Oh my gosh, you get like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people who are answering you immediately, right? So you're not stuck. You're able to move on with your training, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And we have the best videos. Oh my gosh. We do.
Yes.
And as you know, like I said, there's so many exciting things that are coming, which I want to say, but I can't say, right? So that, the viewers just need to trust us that you are not going to find another online business like this one.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
Especially if they've been looking for something, especially if they've been looking to spend more time with their family, and they have children, like I said earlier, and they're tired of this daily cycle of getting up early in the morning, going to work, and coming back late, and missing out all the milestones or the little precious
Yes.
moments with their kids, because
Yes.
kids grow up so fast and they do different things every day, and
Yes.
it's so sad when somebody tells you, oh, he did this today, and you were there to see it. So this business is totally amazing. The training, like we've been talking about, it's just so complete, is step by step, and it's so easy to follow, and
Oh,
you have the
yes.
support of your mentor, your coach, and the community. So
Yes.
why not join? If you've been looking for something and this has been in your mind, this is the way to go, honestly.
And for such little money, you could join,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Like for such little money to find out more about our business and that, right? I mean, it's fascinating. And I'm not going to get into all that right now, but you know, um, and like I said, Isabel, do you want your babysitter, you want your daycare person taking a video of your child's first milestone?
Mhm.
No, you want to have that, right? You want to see that.
Yes.
So it's true, right?
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. I just want to add to it, like you say, like trust the system, like once you're in, like the other thing that that like you need, like for a tip, like have patience with yourself and have patience with the business. The business works. It takes time. Like everybody has a different journey. I just have to believe in yourself, remember your why you're doing it, and keep doing it. Everyone gets, like to their journey to where they want to get, and have that success, and complete those dreams that you're looking for, and leave
Yeah.
it. So yeah, so Deborah is a testament of that.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so the next question.
Okay, what role do you see networking and collaborating playing in the journey towards building a resilient and fulfilling future, both personally and professionally?
Well, networking, I mean, we're doing it right now, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like seriously, we're doing it right now. And we invite our audience on Tuesdays and Thursdays to check out the business, right? They
Mhm.
they they find out, like, they sit in and they listen and they see other business owners who are making it, and they come from all walk of life. I mean, we are a global business, right? We are everywhere. We are in Africa, we are in India, we are in Europe, we're in Germany, like we are everywhere, the Philippines, and
Japan.
the Barbados, Cuba, right? We are everywhere. And you know I think when you're saying, when we're collaborating, the resilience and the fulfilling, and both personally, and that, I just think, honestly, the business, people see who you are as a business owner, right? And it's both. And the networking we have, you know as Yessie, as you said, you know what, you don't need to have any experience, right? Because we have the training. And you need to be resilient, because you need to believe in the journey, right? As I said earlier, um that, when that feeling that something's in your heart, you don't know why it's in your heart, but this is business is always in your background. Hey, why don't you take a moment and reach out to your mentors, reach out to these ladies and say, hey, I want to start this business, right? Reach
Yes.
out to them, because they're here for you. And look at the resilience. They're still working part-time, but they believe in this business so much that they know that this business is not going to be a supplement anymore. This business is going to be their own life changing business. They own it, and they are owners now, and you could become an owner as well. So reach out to them. They are there to help you. Just like our network is, like, we have over 204,000 people, as I mentioned earlier, right? And this is so fulfilling, because you are never ever ever alone in this business. Never. Right? So for me, it's a no-brainer that between the network, and between the training, and between everything that we have right now, this business is what you need, because it's not going to be a supplement for too long, people. You know, I say, give yourself a year. Give yourself a year. And when you're building a brick and mortar business, you have the rent, you have all these products, you have to pay for the lights, you have to pay your employees, you have so much to pay for, right? And the only thing that we have to pay for with this business is that we pay our income taxes at the end of the year on this business, right? Because it's legit, right? And that's what I'm saying. We don't have to go out. We could be still vacationing, and this business is still working for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and that's what the beauty is. You need to give yourself time. Give yourself a year, and after a year, you know what? You're going to be, if you don't feel that this is what is good for you, right? At least you've given yourself a try. And I'm just saying a year, because this is where you start seeing the beauty of this
Yeah.
business, right? Right? So it's so
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yes.
know, when I first came into the community, the one thing that I fell in love was the networking and the collaboration between the member of the community. Like
Yeah.
all the business owners, you know, they're always there for you. That
Yes.
they're helping you get started and find your ways. And I love that you learn so much. You know, every day you're learning something new because we have people from all kinds of backgrounds, you know, all kinds of education. So a lot of them are good in some things, and you're good at something else. So collaboration is very important in this
Very
business.
important.
Yes, because they're teaching you, you know, and they're doing it willingly because you know because they want you to succeed. So
Exactly.
So
Yes.
at the beginning, you know, when we're not really making money in the business and we're not earning yet, you're earning knowledge. You know,
No.
you're getting yourself set up. You're getting a good foundation for what's
Yes.
to come. So
Mhm.
that's what I really like about our community is the collaboration and the learning that we have.
No, it's true. You are so this is so true, Isabel. Like at the beginning, and you're so overwhelmed, right? Because you're so excited, and then you say, "Oh, I don't see anything. I'm going to give up." Right? Well, you know what? You can't give up right away, right? Like that's what I'm saying. Give yourself at least a year. Be gentle with yourself. You need to
Yeah.
be kind to yourself, right? Because we're not. We are superheroes, yes, but we don't have those magic powers, right? So this is where the resilience does come in, and the patience.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
just knowing that you're never alone, it just keeps you going. This is what keeps me going. It motivates me. Our community motivates me. Our leaders motivate me. You ladies, you motivate me, right? Like it's just, I don't know. I'm just really thankful and grateful for everyone who are here for us.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, me too. Like Isabel, like I joined last year and I had the opportunity. I think I had only like 10 days, like joining the business, and I got the opportunity to attend the Calgary convention. And
Yes.
that's what like I fell in love, like seeing so many people around the globe, like in one place and sharing their story, like it was amazing. It was very inspiring, and I think, like the networking, collaborating is very important, like to keep you plugging into the business, to keep you that motivation to keep moving forward
Yeah.
towards your goal, um the also, like the collaboration that we're doing right now, like even though, like each one of us have our own business, like we are located in different locations, like you, Deborah, and I were located in British Columbia, but like Jesse is in Ontario and Isabel is in North Carolina, USA. So, and we have people like around the globe. So the collaboration, like bringing people, like to the lives, to introduce their story, to show that you're not the only one, there's
Oh,
so many of
absolutely.
us that, join the business, and for different reasons, and that's why we're doing it. So networking and collaboration is very important for to be able to succeed in our business, not only like for our business, but also, like emotionally for us, because, like any business, you have ups and downs, so
Yes. Yes.
having that community that is there for you, um, because as you know, like not everyone has that support at home, so sometimes the only support that they have is the community. So having that community that is there for you to keep moving you forward and motivating you, it's very important to have
Yeah.
success in your business.
Absolutely. I agree 100%, Sandy. This community um, is what helped me move forward as well, right? they would check in on me, like, even though, like I said, I wasn't even posting on my Facebook page or anything like that. All what I said is that, I mentioned it to them because we had quite a few followers, and so I felt that I had to tell them why I wasn't posting. And when I did the video a few days after Axel had passed, like, even the people who are following, they understood, right? And they kept on saying, we're here for you when you're ready, and between the communities, the followers, and that, I don't think you'll get that anywhere else. Because as I said, once when your Facebook page is seasoned, you have all these followers and all that, they know you as an individual.
Mm-hmm.
They know your family. They know what you're going through because you post about it on a regular basis, right? When you're sad, they feel your pain as well, right? When you're happy, they are ecstatic for you, right? Like, how, and that's what I love. You have people that you've never met, but because you post every day, and this is part of networking. They will mention to somebody else, hey, you know what, have you seen Yessie, have you seen Isabel, have you seen Sandy? You know what, they are great, you need to follow them, right? And they share some of your contents as well, and this is how we grow. But you got to remember, the business is the business, but you need to keep it real as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what's so fantastic is that your audience gets to know you, and this is why they start following you, and this is where they believe in you, right?
Yeah.
And that's what this is all about. So when you're speaking about networking and that as well, right, you're not going to get anything better than this. And I will just go on and on and on about our community. I'm sorry, but you're not going to find any other better community online than ours. I'm telling
Yes.
you. I'm sorry, but as you can tell, I'm here forever. So
Yeah, I totally agree with you. The community is amazing.
but your followers, they're there for you as well, right?
Yes.
Yes. The connections that you make through the business, it's very amazing how you start having this connection with your followers and they become part of your family because every day
Exactly.
they see you
Yeah.
posting, and when you have, like, I have kids and I'll be posting about my kids, about what they're doing, the milestones that they're achieving, and so yeah, that they're knowing everything about me, and we become a close connection, and so that's very nice and very neat to see from the followers.
No, it's true. And it's powerful, isn't it?
Yes,
It
yes.
is. Yeah.
It's very powerful as well. And this is how we network. How easy is it? Right? When you started off your Facebook page, when you started off like a year ago, you got one person following. And then the following, oh my gosh, I got 3 more, right? This is exciting. I can do this, right? And then when you reach, oh my gosh, I got my first 1,000, right? Like, it's just exciting, and exciting for all of them, because you what I love about Facebook is that they give you your stars on that, right? So you can acknowledge your number one top follower for the week as well, right? And now they have this inner battle with the I want to be number one this week, right? So I love seeing that. I mean, like I said, I've been doing this for a few years, so I could kind of joke around with them, right? But they're amazing, and they know who they are. There are 2 of them that really compete with each other. It's like, it just makes me laugh. It's just like when we have our leaderboard, right? There's all this competition all the time, right? So
Yeah.
anyhow, I just love this business because it gives me joy, and the time freedom, and come on, it's what we started this at 12:30 in the afternoon on a Thursday. Most of us would be at work, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And here we are. We're able to just do this and have fun. And this
Yeah.
is what we're doing. We're just having fun, right?
Yes.
And the friendships that you make through the business too, because we meet so many business owners, and it's such a blessing to have these relationships and these friendships with them, because it makes them part of your daily life. When we don't have lives going on, we'll be thinking like, oh, I miss the girls because I haven't seen them in a couple of days.
Yeah, exactly, right?
But we enjoy each other. We like, we'll be laughing and cutting up doing this. So it's really nice to do it
Yeah.
and be together.
No, that's
Yeah.
so true, right? They're amazing. They really are. And I could see us bonding a friendship after this as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Jessie.
Oh, I like this question. How was your experience with the training that we have?
I hated it. I hated it. Oh, you know what? Kudos to Linda and to everyone who works in the background. I have grown so much, and the confidence that I now have, right? Because what this training has done for me, right? Like you go from mentor to being coaching, and you're helping others, right? I don't know. I just think that we've been speaking about it for the last hour on how well this training is, right? The experience, the skills that I've received, and I host weekly Friday morning Zoom meetings, right? I don't think I would have been able to do this like, a couple of years ago, right? But it's because with the experience that the training has given you, and because you are confident in the training, you know that it works, that all what it does is just makes you a better business owner, is what it does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be able to help your mentee, someone who's just starting out, who has no idea what this is all about, but they believe that it works, and once they see this training and what this community and what your mentor and what your coach and what the community has to offer you, right? You're I can't even explain it, but your business is going to explode. It really will. And like I said, give it a year, people. You need to give it a year, because you need to believe in yourself. You need to have this confidence. Like, I don't think I would have been able to speak, like I said, a couple of years ago in front of you ladies, in front of, basically the world, because like I wouldn't have had this confidence, but because I know that this business works, right? Like there's it's like a big diamond business. You found this gold mine and you want to share this gold mine with everybody else, right?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
you want them to have the piece of that little nugget, and you want that next person to have that little piece of the nugget as well. And this is what the networking is all about. This is the training. This is the community. This is everything rolled into one system.
Yeah.
You're not going
It's
to get
just
that
amazing.
anywhere else. If you had to pay, I'm telling you, I don't know if you ladies ever looked into it, but if you had to pay for private coaching, you know that you would be paying 10 to 20, 30, $40,000
Yeah.
for private coaching for business.
Yeah.
We
It's a
don't
lot
have
of
to pay
money.
that. It is. We don't have to pay that, because this training provides all this coaching, provides everything for you. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, there are other online businesses, and I'm not bashing any other online businesses or anything like that, but you only receive a slice of the business. And when you begin our business, you get 100% of it.
Yeah. So, that's one of the things I love about this business, like the training. I think we'll be talking all about it. Like, you are not alone. The second thing also, like, you pay one time and you get access to the training the whole your life. It's not, out there, as you say, how much money do you pay for coaching or for
Exactly.
keep going training? Our training is
Yep.
always updating and develop, and you don't have to
Exactly.
pay extra,
I know.
Oh,
Right.
it's not amazing. And also you get the templates. I call them templates, but it's like what other people have done in the business that they have succeed, and they like the blueprint. They
Yes.
tell, well,
Blueprint. Yeah.
this is what I did
Yeah.
and it worked. Here you are, you can
Yeah.
try. You don't
Yeah.
get that out there. Let's
No.
be real. People want to keep everything for themselves. I'm not sure, and that's the
And I
good
don't get
thing
that,
about it.
right? If you have something that's working, why wouldn't you want to share it? Like I said, and you're right, Yessie. There's only they'll give you that little ounce, or not even an ounce, a half an ounce. They won't even give you a nugget, right? So they'll just give you that little half ounce just to tease you. This is what the business is all about, right?
Mhm.
And I know when I started out this business, I didn't have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to hire a coach. I didn't have that, right? And it's not only that, then you still have to buy their course on top of that
Mhm.
as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we all know a course can cost, you know, $500 to $5,000 for one course.
For one course.
Yeah. So you're not only paying for your coach. So let's say you already spent like $7,000 on your coach, a couple thousand. You're already at $9,000 between your courses and your coach, and you haven't even started your business
You
yet.
haven't even
You don't
started.
even have a website. You haven't even started any of that stuff yet.
Mhm.
And we know how expensive it is to hire someone to do your website as well.
Mhm. Mhm.
We get all that.
All of that, all
All that's
inclusive.
included. All of that is included, right?
Mhm.
And that's what I'm saying. So, for a little slice,
You get
you
all.
get everything with our business.
Yeah. I just wanted
And
to
you're
add.
always and you're
Oh, sorry.
always
Go
always
ahead.
always will be the business owner. Always. And you're growing your team, right?
Mm.
People talk about this as an MLM and all that. It's not, because we pay legitimate taxes. Like, I have to pay my taxes with the CRA every year with our business, right?
Yeah.
But at MLM, you don't have to do
Will
any of
not.
that stuff, right?
Mhm.
It's true, right? And I want to be in something that's legitimate. I don't want something, oh, this is the next best thing that's happening right now because you want to get rich overnight, right? And the thing is that, oh, here's that little shiny object. This is what it is. But once you're in it, you realize, oh, this is not what I really wanted. This is not what I thought it would be, right? It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, 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 okay. I just wanted to add also, about the training, like besides, gaining and learning about all the different, social media platform and all that, like we also work the mindset, which is something very important that it not
Yes.
only like helps you in the business, but also like, personally, with your life. So
Yeah.
it's really, really amazing, like
Yeah.
the what we have, like in terms of, like the training.
And in our training as well, uh, we have books that they provide to us, all these audio
Mhm.
books and everything. It's given to us. You don't have to go out and buy it, right?
Yes.
We also have seminars on,
Mhm.
on our motivational speakers that we have as well, right? Like, I met that power couple, and they are like so amazing, right? And mindset is everything when you start your business.
Business.
And you really need to believe in yourself, and you need to surround yourself with people who are going to support you,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And people who are going to be negative and stuff like that, right? Like, how can you grow when you're hanging out with people who don't believe in you, right? So all that means is that you don't believe in yourself. And that's not who I am, because you know what? I'm a leader, and I'm someone that loves helping others, right? And that's why we became business owners, because we want to help others.
We want the same
We
thing.
want, we
Mm-hmm.
want them to succeed, right? I mean, wouldn't it be great that we never have to go into work anymore,
I
right?
know.
Oh, you know, and it just excites me to know that these people who are listening are they say, wow, this is something that I know that I can do, because I have everything that is backing me up. I have support from everyone. We have the best training. We have the best people. And you know what? Oh my gosh, the commissions are really, really good as well, right? So,
Yeah.
Plus, plus, plus.
yes, that's a plus, plus, plus as well, right? But it's only if you keep keep doing the work, people. Keep believing in yourself. And I'm telling you, you give us a year, everything's going to fall into place for you.
Mhm.
That is
And
my
it will
that
keep
is my
going better.
advice. I'm
Yeah, and it
sorry,
will keep going.
Sandy.
Oh, sorry. Now I was just saying, and it will keep going better, better and
Oh,
better.
absolutely. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, yesterday actually, you were talking about, like not working anymore. Yesterday, actually, the weekly Wednesday mastermind, right? It
Yes.
was about job quitters. You
Yes.
know, job quitters from our community who were sharing
Yep.
the business journey, and now they're job quitters. They're not working anymore, so they're
Yep.
just focusing on their business and enjoying that flexible time with their family. So yeah,
Or
this
they
is
could
what
be
this
at the
business
beach
can do for
today
you.
because it's so nice outside, right? So they can be with the family at
Yes.
the beach.
Yeah.
And their business is still running.
Hmm.
They're on the beach, and they're just texting, and they're saying hi to all their followers or their leads, or whatever the case is, right? So that's the other thing. And these job quitters is what gives the motivation. They
Keep dreaming.
inspire people,
Yeah.
right? I love the 6 day story. I love the stories, right? I love the
Yes.
stories.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Okay. So let's go with the last question for you. This might be a little bit tough with you. So, how did your journey with Axel from launching an online business to navigating it alone after his passing shape your perspective on entrepreneurship and resilience?
well, it's been a journey. Um, our business was called Axel and Deb, right? So when after I took a few months off to grieve and to restart the journey on my own, that's when I kind of realized, is like, oh, I'm actually a widow now, right? And that I had to rebrand myself. So knowing that Axel and I began this business together, and now it's just me. Um, I believe that between the community and between our training and between everything, I gained the confidence that I was able to do this on my own.
Yeah.
And I think I've grown over the last few months as well. I'm sorry, it's just a little hard for me,
Yeah, no worries.
but it has shaped me. And my goal is for not only women, but for everyone to have a plan B, because unfortunately, life happens and you get these unexpected losses. And I don't mean just by death, but you have an unexpected loss with your job, right?
Mhm.
Unexpected loss, with you have to lose your home because you can't afford it, right? So these are losses that are so real, but they also, you don't understand why you're going through it, but it does develop your character.
Mhm.
It does. You don't realize what you're able to do until you're actually going through it,
Yeah.
right? And I'm just so thankful that I am an entrepreneur, that I was able to do this on my own time, because it shaped me into the woman that I am now without my partner. And but I also know that I need to continue the journey that Axel and I have begun,
Yeah.
because I need to honor him, because he also believed in this business as much as I have, right? And so move on without him, yeah, it was tough, right? But I'm not really alone, as we know, because we have the community as well, right? I'm never, ever, ever alone in this business. But I also know that I want to help others so they don't end up being in this position of not having anything. Therefore, people, if you want to just start a little side hustle, this is it. This is the side hustle that you need. And honestly, like I said, as we've been speaking for this last hour, is that it really doesn't cost much to start this business. You don't have to quit your full-time job. You don't have to do anything, but just start something. And, as I mentioned earlier, if it's not this business, then what else would there be out there? Honestly, if not this, then what else? And if you could answer me the what else, wow, that's great. But I don't really see a what else out there, unless you're looking for that little shiny object that you're going to receive money overnight. And no business that you start, you're not
It
going to
will.
find a business that's overnight that you're going to start making money. That's not the way it is.
No.
And that's what I'm saying. Give yourself a year. Give yourself a year. And you'd be so surprised at what can happen within a year, right? You could be
Yeah.
our next big leader out there. You just need to believe in yourself. Hey, you know what? If I believe that I could do this on my own, I believe in all of you as well.
Yes. Yeah, I think like in life, like we're going through many things, like that make us, like you were saying, like shape into another person, become more resilient, like every experience that we have, like it makes, yes, we like we're in a little bit like pain, but at the same time it make us grow as a person,
It
and
does.
have a better understanding of life, see starting to see life in a different way, not the
Yep.
same way that we used to see it. So we are more
Exactly.
um
Yeah.
open, and that's where, like mindset comes in, like be able to become more resilient to the things that happen to us, and look for other ways, and not just kind of like give up on ourselves, it's just, like keep pushing forward, like, okay, fine, like, okay, this didn't work, but it's not the end of the world, let's look for another option, and keep going, so
Yep.
it makes us grow as a person.
Oh, it does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have arrived to the end of the live. So as you can see, like we have shared today, Deborah's story, like or her journey, her loss, and how she became resilient, and continue her journey, with the help of her family, friends, and the community, to keep forward with the business. We learned, it's necessary to have a plan B, because you never know what could happen. Things are come unexpected, and sometimes if you're not prepared, then you're in trouble. Like unfortunately, like she was mentioned, like a friend of hers, like lost her husband, and she was only given 3 days to grieve, which that's not
It's
enough.
not
And
feasible.
also, like it's not something that, like as a person, as a human person, you will tell the other person, okay, you only have 3 days, and this is it, take it or leave it. That's not nice. But that's what we have out there. So it's good for you to have always a plan B, because you never know. It could be, like a loss, or it could be you lose your job, or your health, like different ways that, like if you're not prepared, um, then you're gonna be encountering yourself in a difficult situation.
May I
Um,
also add something? I just wanted to add that I'm not going to show it, but um, I'm not sure if you're aware, but I was nominated last year, one of the awards for Faith Over Matter, right? And it was such an honor to be nominated in our community, right? And I don't even know any other online business that gives out awards
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
to people like you and I, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't have to be at the Academy Awards or anything like that, right? I actually got nominated for an award for my resilience to keep on going in the business while I had this huge loss, because I could have just given up,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and I didn't. And to be acknowledged by the community, that
It's
is probably one of the biggest blessings that I've ever had over the last few months.
mm-hmm.
So sorry, I just wanted to mention that as well, because it was very touching and emotional, but very, I'm so grateful, blessed, thankful. I just can't even go on about the community that we live in, that we work with. And I don't even call it work. I don't even call it work, because it's not work. We're out there having fun.
Yes.
But at the beginning, it's very, very challenging because you're afraid to go on camera. You're afraid that you have to use social media. And then at the end, you're over here doing it and loving it and having fun. So
Yeah,
it is really good.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so if you guys wanna follow us, we have our pages here on the top. So you can see it on the top. Um, so you can follow us, like to see our
Ah, there's
content, to
mine.
see.
There you go. There's mine.
And then if you want us to learn more about the business, you can register on our website that is on the screen. Um, and then you're able to receive, the invitation to the webinar. That actually today we have the live webinar.
Yeah.
So if you register today with your name and email
Yes.
address, you will receive an invitation to the 90 minutes free webinar, where you will see our business plan, and also, more
Testimonials.
testimonials of our members of our community. And then if your English is not that strong, that's not a problem, because when like we can send you the replay, and the replay will have subtitles in any language there.
Yep.
So again, like if you
Isn't that
cannot watch
amazing?
it, yeah, it is amazing. Yes. Um, and also, like you also get an invitation to our private Facebook group, where you will see more members of our community and their success and more stuff, about the business. So we want to thank today all the viewers that watch our live, and for those watching the replay, and also, of course, our special guest today, Deborah, to
Thank you,
share
Deborah.
with us
Thank
and
you,
Very
with
Deborah.
the
welcome.
audience,
It was an honor. It
share.
was an honor being here.
Thank you for sharing, your journey with us and the audience. So thank you again, everyone, and until the next episode of the Latin Voice. See you next time, everyone. Have a good day.